she said, um, are we still gonna be friends? And I was like, girl, yeah, like, why wouldn't we? Like, I'm gonna be friends with both of you. Like, I'm not gonna stop being friends with any of you. Like, whatever happens between you guys, that has nothing to do with me. And she's like, okay, cool. So yeah, this entire time I felt like she's like, I don't know, it just makes it seem, I don't know, probably this is just me thinking about it too much, but it just seems like she's like trying to keep me her friend and like not leave me because like
I
I'm
don't,
like
I
one
don't,
of the
I
three.
don't get it. I don't get why she's acting like this. Like,
Yeah.
listen, girl. You know, when we, first off, let me just say something, because, by the way, okay, from the very beginning that this happened, you know, I didn't want to involve, like, you, obviously, because it's like, you weren't there, you weren't, I guess, part of the council fully, like, you know, you were just minding your business, never asked you to pick sides.
And not at all. I
Exactly.
wasn't even in that. I never worked in that store, so I
Exactly.
literally didn't know anything about it.
But I'm just telling you, like, what I feel, as in, like, oh, this is what I feel, whatever. Like, I'm not talking shit about Noel in that way. Like, that's something that I've been trying to avoid, like, making you guys feel like I'm talking shit about Noel just to talk shit. But it's just how confused I am. I don't even know how to explain it to anyone, how confused I am about any of this. Because me and Noel were good. Like, very good. We would talk every day. She straight up told me the last time I actually saw her and spoke to her that, you know, I was her closest friend over Jamie, over Brianna, over you, over Gabriel, everyone. So then why the fuck are you gonna drop your closest friend?
Yeah.
Not only that, but the day that she broke up with Anna, I remember she was like, oh, I have to do it in front of her. Like, we have to do it in person. It's not fair if I don't do it, like, in person. Gerald, you want to know how me and her stopped being friends?
Yeah, wasn't it by like
A phone call.
or like a call or something?
A phone call.
Yeah.
No, you want to know how that happened? Because on that Tuesday, February 1st, I had worked with Anna, and Anna had decided to make my life a living hell that day. So imagínate, I hadn't spoken to Noel in like 4 days. I was dealing with her girlfriend mistreating me because of how Noel had spoken to her about me. And I was just on the verge of tears. I started crying in the back because of how much it hurt, you know. I saw Noel as my sister, and my sister was letting someone do this to me and not doing anything about it. So I called her, very angry. Not very angry. I never really got super angry on her, like, at the end. I was just very hurt. But at no point did I ever insult her, nothing. Like, not how I used to act. I never did that. Because I really wanted to keep her, you know, give her a reason to stay. But I called her and I was like, I would only be dealing with this for you, but you're not doing anything. You're not showing me that you care. And what hurts is that you're not gonna show me that you care unless you prove it to me otherwise. And I was just like, Noel, everything you're asking me to change, I will. Because she had, you know, she brought up a bunch of stuff from, like, the past year, some things that I did to her, like, her dependency, her lack of communication. But at the end of the day, her lack of communication is something that she needs to fix with everyone, not just with me.
Yeah.
So why are you gonna drop me because you don't know how to communicate? If that's the problem, shouldn't you drop everyone else because they don't deserve to deal with you?
Yeah.
So she went ahead, and I was crying. I was crying like a little bitch on that lake, bro. Like, because I had to go back to work, and Anna was still there being a bitch, you know. And she's like, what if I just call you, like, I'm gonna just call you right back. And I was like, okay, let me go home. I get home, first thing I hear from that call, it's Noel being like, I can't do this anymore. And I'm like, in my head, being the hopeful person I am, I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna drop Anna. But then I was like, no, she doesn't mean that. And I'm like, you can't do what anymore? She's like, this, our friendship. Like, those exact words. Like, you think I haven't thought about this shit for a month and a half? I replay that call every single day. And I'm just like, my heart dropped. And then at some point, you see, Gerald, I have really bad abandonment issues. My dad, for a while, didn't seem like he loved me. My cousin got shot in the face in front of me. My aunt killed herself.
hold on. Hold on. Go back to the cousin. What?
You remember when I got kidnapped? Remember, but like I told you about this. Like literally.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think you meant like recent.
I don't know. Fuck no.
Yeah, I thought it was like recent. I was like,
No, dude.
what?
I mean, back when I was 12, my cousin got shot in the face in front of me.
Yeah.
You know, that was my closest cousin. That was my Noel back then. And she got ripped away from me in front of me. And then her mom killed herself a couple years after and then blamed it on the fact that her kid had died. So I have this really bad guilty conscience of it should have been me, you know, the one that had flatlined rather than my cousin. And then I've had, before Christian, so many men that I used to talk to just up and leave. Like, with no reason, like, they would just ghost me, or, like, you know, the shit that Diego did. I got into a fucking knife for that man, and he still didn't date me, type beat, you know? And I have Miguel. Miguel went ahead, right? Miguel, at the time, was one of my closest friends, and even though it's like, fuck Miguel, at the end of the day, that was someone that I really cared about back then. And what he did was fucking horrible, because he went around telling people that I was lying about getting kidnapped. And then he went ahead and like talked shit about me to everyone and just decided to drop me out of the fucking blue, you know? And everyone knows that what he did to me was horrible, right? But what that ends up being is that I have really fucking bad abandonment issues where I always think that people are gonna leave me. No one knew this. You know what she said in that call? She was like, I'm so sorry that I'm adding to your abandonment issues.
Hello.
Yeah, she said that.
So she was aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I asked her, why are you doing this? She was like, I can't tell you. I'm like, what? So, I don't know, man. I just, for a bit, I was like, what if I just like pull up to her with like Boba? What if I go get Boba and I pull up to her house and I apologize for everything I ever did? What if I do this? What if I like do that? But it's just like, I would do the world, like I would change the fucking world for Noelle. But would she do the same for me? Yeah.
Because this honestly just already proves that she shouldn't. She's literally hanging out with this girl. She's trying to fix what she had with her, and now what she had with you.
I know, bro, and that should.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, I'm still friends with her, but like, I don't know. That's her problem. That's not mine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, that's I don't agree with that.
Bitch, ain't no one agree with this shit.
And it's something I also haven't talked to her about. Honestly, I actually never sat down to talk to her ever. Because every time she was like, yeah. Oh yeah, this also like goes to like back to what I was saying earlier. That like she was like, you know, trying to keep me or whatever. Also, I've never in my I don't even know like 5 years that I've known Noelle ever sat down to like talk about something serious with her. I have never done that. Because our friendship has always been, you know, like games, this and that, and just fun. It has never been like anything serious ever. And yeah, she literally like that, like at the beginning of you guys like stopping, she was like, yeah, I want to sit down and talk to you because this is nice. Like I felt bad. That's why I'm saying that sometimes I feel bad.
Ay, qué pena ajena me estás dando. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's like she didn't have anybody, so I was like her last resort, I guess.
That is so embarrassing.
Because you know, obviously she didn't have you, she didn't have Jane, Gabriel, they're friends, but not like that.
Yeah, Brianna was going around.
Yeah, everywhere. Brianna was everywhere. So it's like I was.
Did you guys ever speak?
That's what I'm saying. We never sat down. We never spoke. It's like she said she.
But you should. I want to see. I want to hear what she said. Listen, but like I don't know.
I don't think she's gonna say because that was like already like a long time ago. So I'm sure she already forgot about that. But yeah.
I don't understand. I mean,
now she has calmed down. Now she's not like that anymore. Like now she's like normal, I guess.
Up until the day I throw the books at her, don't worry. Then she's gonna be like, Harold, but it was a black. No, listen, Jero, I'm telling you, it's either she goes back to being friends with me or I end her fucking life. There's no in between. I'm sorry, dude. Listen, I let people walk all over me, pero no a este nivel. Like, I have my limits, and this might be my fucking limit, you know? Because...
Understandable.
No, because for a lot of people, I mean, for you guys, it was like, oh, you know, Andrea and Noel stopped being friends, cool, whatever. Noel made some good points about like whatever issues she had with Andrea before, this and this. But I think there's that, and then there's hanging out with people that are making fun of me and getting sex trafficked. I think, I think that's the line that I will not let a bitch cross, you know.
Because I just don't
And
understand why she just let her. I just still don't understand.
dude, I'm sorry. All she had to do was either talk to her nicely or drop her. Some bitch she had met 2 weeks before.
No, because literally she could have just said like, yo, like that's not cool, or drop it. Literally, that's what she could have done.
And then she like, listen, this is my theory because I've been thinking about this. This is the only way in my head that it can make sense without it being that Noel is a piece of shit, you know? Because I don't want to believe that. But every single day I reach a point where I'm just like, maybe she just is, and we just never found out. I don't know. So then, I think that what happened was that I had told her, hey, Anna is doing this to me. I also don't think Anna's a really good, I don't think Anna's for you. I think she's a piece of shit, and I told her all this and that. And she was just defending the girl, bro. Like, defending, like, if she was fighting for her life, defending her. They broke up, and I remember the day that they broke up, she called me, or I called her or something, and she was, like, crying and being like, oh, Andrea, like, never fucking do this to me ever again. And I was like, never do what? What did I do? It was Anna that was doing stuff. Gerald, like, I never said anything bad to Anna. I never said like, literally nothing to that girl. I was always minding my business, and it was always her, like, doing shit to me, and I was willing to put that aside for Noel, you know, up until I had enough, because it was getting mad disrespectful. Like, the day of the barbecue, Jamie can tell you, because she was sitting between us, that Anna was outwardly putting her back towards me, because she didn't want to, like, pay attention to me. Wouldn't you want to sock someone in the face if they did that shit?
No,
So
I think
if
Brenna
I
did tell me that she was being like fucking weird and annoying.
at the barbecue or the boba?
No, at the barbecue.
No, because she was. And I remember, like, I that night I texted Noelle. I was like, hey, you know, this isn't this. Like, I was like, ma'am, you know, and she was like, no, ma'am, don't worry. Like, I'm just gonna, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, whatever. And I remember I had held back from some information about her because I just wanted them, I didn't want to interfere up until that day when I was just like, this is just so disrespectful. And it's not even that she's treating me like this, but it's just like, if she can treat me like this, what does it say about her as a person, you know? Like, who's next? Brianna? And look what happened. Anna started treating Brianna weird at the boba place. So anyways.
No, yeah, I think, well, never mind. I think something weird happened between, oh my god, my